gets to drive the 13 Mitigator Ford Fusion. I'd like to thank you for listening to Let's Talk Racing.tv.
Driver of the number 5 Kiker Motorsports Camry. Welcome to Let's Talk Racing TV.
With Rockingham Speedway. Thanks for listening to Let's Talk Racing.
I'm Tony Peter, driver of the number 17 Toyota in the NASCAR Camp World Truck Series, and you're listening to Let's Talk Racing. Hey guys, I'm Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bain, and thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing.
But then I'll be on there, then
I'd like to welcome everybody to Let's Talk Racing this evening. Tonight we have Matt Mullins as our main host, and we have Macy Causey, the Macy Causey. She's going to be his extra sidekick over there. We're also going to have Terry O'Connell on here, and we're going to have Derrick Griffin calling in a little while. And we may have some extra surprise guests floating in partway through the show, and we will find out who those are when they get here. Sound good to you?
We hope. Are you gonna? Is there any way you're gonna know? Was he gonna call?
They're gonna. He can text me, and I'm also gonna call one of the other people that I can call and find out how that's coming. Just to let everybody know, the D4D Driving for Diversity program is running over at Langley Speedway today and tomorrow. So that is who we're talking about, as some of the guests from over there that handle all that.
There's one gentleman in there that I believe he's still with it that I would like to get here.
Who?
Wendell Scott's son.
Don't know.
Junior.
Don't know. I'll have to ask those guys. But Brett Bodine is out there too.
Figured he would be there.
But there is a slew of people out there.
I'll bet there is.
So,
Macy, first interview, right? Well, no, not really. You've been on national TV. Let's see, we've done Ellen. Who else have we done?
Today Show.
The Today Show.
NBC Dateline.
NBC Dateline. You're not sure. I know you did Ellen, though. Now, were you live with Ellen? Or was it a call-in?
It was live.
It was live?
Yeah.
How'd that go? What was it like meeting Ellen?
I don't know. I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Was she pretty cool? Did you get to meet her afterwards and talk to her a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You don't have to serve me. I've known you since you were this big, so you don't have to serve me.
he's like
But you're just fine. Started racing Bandoleros how long ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And we got numerous wins in the Bandoleros. We did a season of Arena, and we got some exciting news coming up. And we're going to get to that in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry about it. We're good. But you've been racing all over in the Bandoleros. Where have you gone? Let's talk about where you've gone with it.
I've been to Orlando, Florida. I've been to Auburndale Speedway. I've been to Concord Speedway, Charlotte, and Langley.
In Langley. We got 3 wins at Langley. I know that. And then we were just talking about it. Totally, you got 10 wins in your Bandoleros. In only 3 years. You're progressing pretty good there. Say thank you. You can say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You are actually a 3rd-generation driver, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your grandma has a little bit of history. Do you want to tell everybody who your grandma is and what she did?
My grandma was Diane Teal, and she was the first Wonder Woman win a NASCAR sanctuary at Langley Speedway.
That's right. First woman ever to win a NASCAR sanctioned event. And a lot of people think that Danica and all that was the first one. No. Your grandma did it before anybody else did, didn't they? Yep. And then your mom also raced go-karts. And your dad did too. Your dad was pretty accomplished, and he still races Legends.
And then my uncle raced go-karts.
Yep.
And I think my uncle Brad did on my dad's side. My uncle Brad.
Yeah.
I think he did too. And then now my dad's racing Legends, and I'm racing Bandoliers and arena cars.
And we're going to move up a little bit next year, aren't we? You looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm soon going to be racing a dirt late model sportsman at Virginia Motor Speedway on dirt.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. You're only 10. You're going to be 11 in
November.
November? We were just talking about it. And you got to jump into one of them big dirt late models, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous.
You'll be fine. I think you'll do just fine. You got the car already, getting it all ready. You go out and work in the shop, right?
Yeah, I just got it painted blue, and I think we're gonna put pink on it, pink stripes on it, as soon as they come in. So.
Looking forward to getting in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks pretty cool, isn't it?
It's big.
Have you been up to Saluda and seen some of the racing and all that?
Yeah, I've been up there with my friend Haley and her dad, Daryl, which is my crew chief. And we've been up there watching his brother race, Brett Atkins, and watching him, and me and Haley just go down the pits and help him, and it's really fun.
Daryl Atkins is your crew chief?
Yes, sir.
He's got a pretty famous father, doesn't he? Do you know who his dad is?
Billy.
Billy Atkins. He was a pretty good shoe back in the day, too. I think he raced against your grandma, if I'm not mistaken.
Think so.
You think so? Okay. All right. You're doing just fine. You're doing just great, okay? For everybody out there, she's a little nervous about this because we were really going off the cuff here, but you're doing just fine. And your dad's hiding. See, we can't even see him.
He's somewhere over there.
He's somewhere over there. We don't care, do we? We're going to do just fine. What's it like driving these Bandoleros?
It's fun. They go between 65 and 70 miles per hour. I'm looking forward to moving up because I think I've done 3 years is enough, and I'm ready to go up.
No Legends in the future, though, or you're looking to go?
I think I'm going to skip Legends and go to my dirt late model sportsman at Virginia Motor Speedway.
Going that direction, what are you looking to do? Do you want to go run Sprint Cup or Nationwide or trucks? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know yet.
Whatever you can race, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What made you want to go to Saluda?
I've been watching Brett, and I think it looks pretty fun going sideways on dirt. So, and I'm not like pretty, and I don't care getting dirty.
Well, you're gonna get some.
Whatever works.
You're gonna get dirty, but and your parents, Rhett and Dee, they're supporting this 100%, aren't they?
Yeah.
Here's a good one for you. What's your classmates think of this?
They're like, no, I'm like, yeah.
And Grandma, is she pretty supportive of you?
Yeah, she comes to all my races, and I really like that because I always get upset when she doesn't come, and so I always love when she's there. My pop and my cousins, Leanne and Dustin, and my uncle, he comes and helps. My Uncle Bubba, he comes and helps, and that's really supportive of him, and I like it.
You like it? Now you're going to do the sportsman thing. Are you going to still run Bandoleros a little bit here and there, or are we going to?
I think I'm going to run a little bit of Bandoleros if they come back to Langley, which I'm hoping they are. I'm going to run there, and then I'm going to be running at Auburndale, off and on there too.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they're going to bring them to Southside Speedway in Richmond.
Yeah, I've run them up there. That's a fun place to run bandos up there. That's a really fun place to run. It's actually fun for Legends too. Is your dad going to follow you to Saluda? I'm going to ask this question because I know he can't answer. But is he going to follow you to Saluda? Is he going to run? Get a car and go run up there with you?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Mom's not going to allow it, is she?
Probably not.
Probably not. What does your mom think about going up to Saluda?
I think she likes it. She doesn't care getting dirty either. So, we all enjoyed racing, and so that she'll be there probably all the races to support me, and yeah.
Yeah. But no, you really don't have any aspirations. You don't. Do you want to go run a truck, or do you want to go run? Maybe go run the World Outlaw late models. Do you got anything you really kind of want to do?
Maybe trucks. I don't know.
Maybe trucks. They look like they're a lot of fun.
Yeah. I just think like when you're high off the ground, like they're kind of higher, then it's easier to tip over. But it's not. I just think that way. Like, I don't know.
You're so used to being to being this close off the ground, this close, and it does feel different.
Mm.
So, are we doing the arena thing this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing arena racing. Going for points too.
And so you're gonna make the hike to Richmond and all that. And
most of the races are in Richmond, yeah, and then some. I think if like 3 of them or 4 of them are at Hampton. So
that's cool. How do you like those cars?
I like them. It's a small track, but it's really fun, and a lot of competition there. Whole bunch of friends I meet, and I love all my friends there. And usually every night that I go, every Saturday night, I usually go home with my friend Gummy, and it's really fun to hang out with her at her house and everything.
Gummy, we're talking about Cook. Yeah.
Gummy Cook, yeah.
So, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, she's a girl that races. She's about your age, 9, 10.
I think she's 11.
She's 11.
10.
Yeah.
I remember she's like a year younger than me or a year older than me. I don't.
One of the others. So, how's school going?
Good. I think interns came out Thursday or Friday, and I got 4 A's and 1 B. And I think my mom talked about this yesterday. I think she'll accept a C, but maybe not a D and F. Like C's on the line.
C's on the line.
Yeah.
Have they said that they'll cut the racing off if you don't get good grades?
They haven't said that, but I'm sure they will.
They will.
Because we're moving up, and it's really expensive for the dirt late model. So if I don't deserve the race, then I don't deserve the race.
Yeah. Well, school's important. You're going to need that. So get them good grades.
I will. Hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah.
You will. I'm sure you will. Actually, let's talk about your uncle. He says, hey. He just jumped in here and said, hey.
Wait, my Uncle Brad?
Yeah, your Uncle Brad. He watches the show all the time. So, we'll send him a little bit. And anybody that is watching, you can go to the chat room.
You click shift, not enter.
I hit, okay. See? You're better at this than I am. Let's try this again. Uh-oh, we got somebody calling in. We're not done.
You're answering that, not me.
No, Doc take care of it in the back, and then he comes out and says, we got this guy on. So.
Okay.
And we've had customers call in, for the shop here, not for the show, so he takes care of everything.
Okay.
So, are you all right? It's not so bad, is it?
No.
It's very easy. It's very fun. Let's go through your sponsors real quick. And you're going to stay with me the whole show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go through your sponsors and who you got to thank.
I got CBX Modular Homes, the Pizza Shop, Advanced Custom Coatings, Crisp Auto Body, my mom and my dad, my crew chief Daryl, my fan club, the president, Brooke Causey, and then my fan page on Facebook is MacyCausey.com, and then I have the Twitter at Macy Causey.
Cool. Did a pretty good. That was a good job. Your fan club president, what? Brooke? She's your sister, isn't she?
Yeah.
She do a pretty good job with it?
Yeah.
Is this our
That's Derek.
our 7:15? Okay.
He's right. Exactly 7:15.
Yeah, see? Punctual and on time.
You know when they tell you got drivers meetings, you got to be for those. You got interviews, you got to be there.
Got to be there for them. We have Derrick Griffin, right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing tonight?
All right. Yourself?
Pretty good. Derrick Griffin, I've got Macy Causey in here, my co-host with us. Tell us a little bit about us. Give us some background on Derrick.
Okay. I started racing when I was 9 years old in 2001. Go-karts, road course stuff. Raced those for 4 years. Won a national championship in 2003 in WK and a couple regional championships. Moved on to stock cars. You just won, race around the local tracks up near South Bend, Indiana. And then last year moved up to Outlaw Late Models and won a couple races and the championship in the Great Lakes Outlaw Series. And this year finally got a break in the CRA Super Series.
So we're a dirt dauber, huh?
Me? No, I'm asphalt.
Oh, you're asphalt. Oh, okay.
Oops, one of them actual asphalt tracks out there.
With Indiana, there is quite a few. It's a little bit of a mix of both. So where are you racing at now?
We just finished up our CRA Super Series North season at Winchester Speedway for the Winchester 400. But there's nothing up here north left for the 2011 season. But we ended up winning the championship and the Rookie of the Year honors in that this year. So just looking forward to 2012.
So you basically doubled up on that one then for the year.
Yes. Yep.
Everybody that's out here, you're running an asphalt Superlates. Explain to us a little bit about it.
Okay, it's the straight rail late model, Hamke race car. Jeff Hamner builds the motors. It's a sealed motor. They put out 600 horsepower on a 10-inch slick. They weigh 2,750 pounds. And it's a traveling deal, and they run them all over the country. So it's a pretty standardized race car.
And I think what everybody ought to know, a straight rail we call it offset chassis down here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, not a perimeter, which is like a regular car type, but yeah, offset chassis, 600 horsepower, 10-inch slicks. You guys get humping pretty good around Winchester, don't you?
Yeah, we get around there pretty good. Fast time was actually 15:24. The average 118 miles an hour.
Yeah. How's it feel to run uphill and then run back downhill?
It's definitely different. I've talked to some of my friends like Bubba Pollard and have anything like that down south. The closest thing would be Bristol, but it's a little aggressive and it takes pretty hard on the body.
Yeah.
It is.
Who's looking up somebody's question?
Yeah, I'm checking out the chat room here too. It says Georgia is watching you.
Hello, Georgia. Hello, Georgia.
You can say hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Exactly.
Derrick, Macy here is going dirt late model next year. They're running a sportsman series class up here, and she also ran some bandoleros and ran an arena series here. One of our young little drivers around here does a great job too.
That's cool.
So
I actually haven't run any dirt before. They were pretty neat.
Yeah.
Neither have I yet.
neither of you yet. We were talking off air. You're going from 30 horsepower to 350 horsepower or more. Be a world of difference. So, Derrick, you're a young man here. What's your aspirations? Where do you want to go to?
Ultimately, the goal would be one of the top 3 tiers of NASCAR, being the Truck Series nationwide or the Cup Series, obviously. But right now it's just just establish yourself where you have an opportunity to do so.
Exactly.
I mean, as of right now, I mean, I didn't come from money like, you know, majority of the racers did that made it to that level. So doing so without the financial backing is definitely an obstacle.
I tell you what, it seems like it's getting to be more and more often that's happening.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely a financially driven sport, more so than ever before. What kind of marketing packages have you put together for yourself to bring yourself up to speed for sponsors, the media, that kind of thing? How you doing on that?
Honestly, I haven't really had to worry about much of that until as of recently. You know, everything's kind of just worked out without putting very much effort into it. But
Sure.
something I'm going to have to, you know, really look into here.
Absolutely. I know Macy's got a nice little promotional package that she and her family put together, and I think actually Macy's been on a lot of television shows too.
That's really cool.
Yeah, she's something else.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. Ellen and Dateline and
Today
NBC, the Today Show. It was Dateline, right?
Dateline, Today Show.
In the Today Show.
Photocopy, but not Ellen.
Huh?
Photocopy on Dateline.
Exactly.
But not Ellen.
But not Ellen.
Right. The Dateline show.
Great.
So.
That's a good deal.
Absolutely.
That's what you need to be doing, is the little circuit on national TV, right?
Yeah, but definitely. But
That's right. You'll run your profile up the tree there.
yeah,
Absolutely.
work on.
Yeah.
A gentleman has jumped on here and asks, and I'm pretty sure this is for you,
Okay.
Derrick. It says, how does such an avid and a successful young driver stay single and manage such a major step in your career? And he asks, he says, do you think your humble beginnings have helped you appreciate racing more and consequently made you a better driver?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I feel as if I appreciate what I do more than a lot of people because, I mean, I could easily, you know, lose it all at once because I don't have. It's not mine that I'm utilizing the equipment. You know what I mean? It's not family. It's somebody else's. So appreciating it definitely helps. You know, and you really, I mean, understand, you know, what it takes to make things work, and you just want to work that much harder. But as far as, I mean, staying focused, it's really, I guess, how you were raised and what kind of values your parents set for you, and how bad do you want it.
There you go. Now, were your parents involved in racing?
Actually, my dad, he built the street stock in the late 90s when I was a little kid, and he actually raced 1 year. It's 2001, which was the first year that I started racing. I started in a go-kart, and he raced a street stock. He decided that he thought that I was a little bit, maybe I guess you'd say, better than he was. Decided to help me pursue my dream.
That's kind of interesting, and you brought up, and I'm gonna get right back to you, Derrick. But Macy, I gotta ask you a question, and this was asked to me not too long ago. Okay, do you think you were better? Do you think you're a better driver than your dad? Don't look at him. You just answer honestly. I mean, you guys run two different types of cars, but do you think you were a better driver than your dad?
No.
No?
No.
Good answer.
That's it. That's a politically correct answer, too.
That's a good answer.
Get it right home now.
That's right. That's it. He buys the pizza, so there we go.
So you think if you raced your dad in Bandoleros, you wouldn't beat him?
Probably not.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, no.
Maybe in Bandoleros, maybe in Legends. Maybe in Legends he'll beat me, but maybe not in Bandoleros.
Think you got him?
You're going to be much lighter than he is going around the track, so you definitely got a speed advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that's not always true. But now I'm going to ask you this, and Derrick, I'll ask you this too. You and your dad are out there racing. This is hypothetical. You know what that means?
No.
Okay.
Pretend.
We're pretend. Yeah, exactly.
Pretend. Okay.
You and your dad are coming down to the checkered flag at Langley Speedway. You're right on his tail. What are you going to do?
Wreck him.
That's what I wanted to hear.
That's it. You know how you do that? You go.
Trouble.
Yes. Exactly. Good for you. Team driver here.
Team driver here. There we got it. There is no
absolutely.
So.
Good for you.
Ross says, thanks for that response there, Derrick. What about you? You're racing your dad. What are you going to do?
Definitely. I mean, really got to think about who pays the bills, and I know that goes through your mind. But in my case, I would be the one fixing it too.
Well, in that case, you just tap him and move him over and go around. That way, it doesn't hurt anything.
That's right.
Yeah, it might be a nice wiggle, but vacuum, no.
I know. Yeah, I did spin my dad out once in midgets.
Did you?
Oh, and there was a price to pay.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Oh my God, it was awful. But we got over it. So,
yeah.
It was pretty fun though. So that's just a lesson to be learned.
Yep.
You'll know.
Make
Cool.
you stick your chest out further. Say yeah.
No, I just ran. I just went and got in the
type
van.
thing.
Now, what's on the schedule for next year, Derrick? Are we going to go run these super lates again?
Ultimately, that's what I would like to do. Or
Yeah.
I feel like I really should, get myself established a little bit more in the late models, get a little bit more comfortable.
Right.
I mean, not that I'm not comfortable now, but I mean, I really have less than, honestly, 30 races in any type of late model in my career. So I like to do that a little bit more before I, got pushed onto something else. But if the opportunity presented itself, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be able to say no.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you now? Is this still a family affair? Are your folks still helping you out and trying to help with your career?
They definitely support me 100%, but financially, no, not able to do so. But I mean, they come to the races and they help as much as they can in whatever way that may be. But they support me. This last year, though, it wasn't. It was I found a team here in Greenfield. I was looking for a driver, and I go to school at IUPUI, so it kind of worked out. It's only an hour from where I live, so we got that working, and had a little bit of success here. We won the championship and Rookie of the Year honor, so it wasn't too bad of a year.
No, and that's very difficult to do. Believe me,
Yeah,
I know
it's
that.
tough.
Rookie of the Year and a championship in 1 year is
That's tough.
not easy.
Yeah. Kudos to you for doing that.
Yeah,
She knows.
It was very humbling.
It is. And especially at Winchester. I've been to Winchester. I know.
Absolutely. Me too.
It was
Yeah.
pretty cool getting my first career CRA pole or Super Series pole at Winchester for the 400, and then and we led most of the race until as of late, kind of run out of fuel on a restart and had to come in for fuel, and we got some tires and restarted fourth with 2 to go and ended up second. But
Great.
we led, over half of the race and raced with Chase Elliott and Ross Tim, the eventual race winner, Boris Yurkovic. So it was a pretty good day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Right.
Derrick, I know you got some sponsors. We're not going to keep you much longer here. I know you got some sponsors and some people you need to thank. Let's go through that list real quick.
All right, got to thank Steel Wrap Repair Tape for supporting us and sponsoring the Walter Wilson Motorsports team this year. Hamner Racing Engines for the motors, Hampton race cars and parts for the great race cars we had. What else do we have here? I mean, really, those are the main supporters. We had Advanced Racing Suspension. They really helped with supplying the shocks for the deal. They gave us a good package, especially for Winchester. Really, really good experience there. So those are really the main supporters of the deal.
Now, do you have more time you could spend with us, Derrick?
Yeah, I got a little bit of time here.
Okay. We're one of the things we're going to be touching on, and we figured we would ask different aspects. Of course, you've heard about the crash up at Vegas, and we were starting to contemplate what would be some good ideas to help create a better safety for the racing groups, no matter which divisions we're talking about.
As far as for the fans too, or just drivers?
Yes, across the board, just safety across the board. There's so much better safety now than ever before, but obviously there's new avenues that, since the speeds have escalated, that we need to chase and find, just not only from karts, bandoleros, sprint cars, midgets, stunt cars, Indy cars, but just wonder what your perspective of that might be.
Personally, I mean, like you said, we are farther along than we ever have been before, and we're always trying to improve. But it usually takes something like that, you know, Dan Weldon or some type of bad experience like that before we really look into what needs to be done, or we look into what exactly went wrong, and why he was hurt, or what can we do to prevent that injury. And then once we do that, then it goes on to what's next. What other type of injury will be presented after we fix this one? Right. But I mean, I honestly I've been lucky and haven't been hurt very bad from any race car wrecks. But honestly, I feel like they're doing, I mean, as good a job as they currently possibly can. But I mean, just prevention of that type of injury would be the next focus, and then whatever occurs after that would be the one that precedes it.
Right.
Do you think they're doing enough out there? I mean, in all seriousness, I was actually got into a good conversation with a good friend of mine yesterday, and we both brought up the point. And right, you were there when Dale.
No, I was actually on vacation that weekend.
But you run the Legends.
Oh, yeah.
You know the type of impact. A friend of ours, I think it was a friend of everybody's around here, Dale Lemons, that was killed at Langley, was killed pretty much the same way Dale Earnhardt was.
Right.
The thing that we got talking about, it doesn't matter whether it's 70 miles an hour or 170 miles an hour or 225 miles an hour. It's going to happen. This is called racing. It's not
tennis.
It's not tennis. And exactly right. It's going to happen. Do you think they still are doing enough out there to keep us drivers safe?
I personally feel like I'm not much of an open wheel fan, honestly, so I'm kind of biased. But I personally don't feel as if race cars should have been going that fast, in particular open wheel cars at Las Vegas.
Right.
125 miles an hour average speed is pretty sporty around the racetrack. And then, I mean, once race cars leave, the racetrack, then they're airplanes, as light as they are.
But
I really honestly would have never let it get that far. It should have been thought about what happens when they do go this fast. What can we do to restrict them or to slow them down? Granted, they're still going to wreck, but we have to keep them out of the grandstands. We have to keep them on the ground.
But they go 226, 227 miles an hour at Indianapolis. Do we need to slow them down? Yeah, 230. Do we need to slow them down there?
I mean, honestly, I really feel like they should be slowed down a little bit everywhere, but what you have to take into consideration is what happens when a race car does leave the racetrack at a particular racetrack. Like if you go to Indy and you're not going in a circle as much, so the race car is not as likely to go into the stands as like it would be at a Las Vegas or whatnot. But
okay, and I'm being. I know exactly what you're saying, and I do agree with you. But and I'm going to play devil advocates here.
Yeah.
But at Indy, the corners are tighter. You're carrying greater speed. I mean, if you're going to have to take care of the mile and a half, then you got to think about Indy. You got to think about these other tracks.
Right.
I've seen worse wrecks on a short track than I have at the big tracks.
Yeah, I think what got them in trouble at Las Vegas was the amount of cars on top of one another that they couldn't get away. At Indy, you do have cars, they start 33 cars, but as the race progresses, they do separate themselves. So instead of having three, 4 cars wadded up in a pack going off into turn 1, it's usually 2 cars. And so they really were all on top of one another like they would be at Daytona in a stock car race with so much less protection. So it's a problem.
Well, and they were 12 laps into it.
Right.
They hadn't even had a chance.
Exactly.
To spread out.
Right.
And it's just like you said, it would have been just like the Cup cars at Talladega or Daytona on restrictor plates, all in a group.
Right.
Now, do we cure it, or do we say this happens in our sport, and do we move on? You know, we're seeing safer barriers. We're seeing Hans devices. We're seeing better cockpits in the Indy cars.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Actually, you can go back and look at Indy cars, sprint cars, anything that's open wheel, and the catch fence, the fence has been the culprit to, I'd say, at least 50% of the daily accidents. Even back in the 50s with Tony Battenhausen, you know, he was fatally injured in a practice crash, but basically the catch fence is what got him. And so there's that problem with the high speed, the catch fence, because it grabs those Indy cars and just sucks them into it like a vacuum cleaner. And that's really what caused this whole problem with Dan Weldon. He got into the catch fence. It's one of those situations.
Okay, and playing devil's advocate on that, and I agree with you.
Sure.
But 3 other cars hit the catch fence.
They just didn't catch it at the same angle that he caught it at.
But you see where I'm getting at on that.
Totally.
You know.
Yeah, I think he flipped over and was basically
head first into it.
The top of the car was into the catch fence.
The Australian, he hit catch fence too. He didn't hit it first.
Right. Well,
but helmet side up.
Right. But what has injured all of these IndyCar drivers over the last 10, 15 years that they've been doing this has been the catch fence, grabbing those cars and ripping them apart. So therein lies the weak link in this. So how do they fix it? I think that comes down to science and engineers, how they figure that out.
Yep.
You know?
Well, you got, with the open wheels, they can snag something. Now, the hoop above their head.
Right.
Now, how secure is that? Part of the cocoon, or
that's actually part of the cocoon, and it's actually metal inside of it. I don't think it's all. It's a roll bar.
It's a carbon fiber wrapped roll bar. But what happened with Dan? It just was such a violent, high speed impact at the right angle, and it just happened. It's one of those things. Now look, you gotta go back and look at this and say, okay, we have one unsurvivable accident in the last how many years. And that doesn't make it okay, but the odds of that are pretty rare.
Well, and I gotta bring up, you know, when we're talking about all these deaths, let's look at Mike Harmon.
Mike Harmon.
In the Nationwide.
Right.
He'll love you thinking about him. You know that, right?
Well,
I know.
But
yes, it's serious stuff. We got to talk about it.
Yeah, it's serious stuff. But he literally, that car cut in half.
Right.
And
Michael Waltrip.
Michael Waltrip was another one. Stood up. I mean, undid his belts and stood straight up.
Michael McDowell.
Michael McDowell at Texas.
Right.
You know, that was a horrendous, you know.
Oh, probably the most violent, continuing violent accident in NASCAR's storied history. The thing about it, it all comes down to how the car is positioned at the moment of impact.
At the moment of impact.
And that is such a varying situation. You can't put your thumbprint on it. But how do you avoid it? You have to find ways to maybe Dale Earnhardt's accident, how did they avoid it? Hans device, better seats, more crush area, yada yada yada.
But well, you know, you look at Dale, and I've always said, you look at Dale Earnhardt, and he'll walk away from it. It wasn't that serious. But then you go look at Jimmy Johnson's Nationwide.
Exactly.
At the Glen, when he lost his brakes and went straight into that tire barrier, you would have thought that man was dead.
Absolutely.
You know, he gets up, stands up on the car, jumping up and down.
Hey, rubber gives.
you know, it's
right.
You know,
it's just, it comes down to angle of impact. I know these are real.
Okay?
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah.
You go, honey.
That little thought came through your head, didn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It works, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. We'll keep that. That's our secret.
Right.
Okay. We won't tell nobody.
Okay.
Okay.
But you know, racing is not as safe as God's pocket. It never has been. But it's pretty safe. It's really incredibly safe when you look at the degree of risk involved with it in the beginning. So, you know, it kind of is what it is.
I know you haven't, Macy. And Derrick, I don't even know. Do you race with a Hans?
Yeah,
Right.
that's mandatory. We have to wear one.
Right.
Yeah, and you do too. You wear a Hans, right?
Yeah.
You guys have never raced without it, have you?
Actually, I have first 4 years I raced stock cars. It wasn't required at a local track, and it still isn't. It's recommended, but it wasn't required.
Right.
Right.
I had a couple bad wrecks, but I mean, I've also wrecked really bad with a Honda. Probably the worst one was at Toledo. Right front hub broke off last year, and I mean, you can't stop with 3 wheels.
Exactly.
No, you can't.
Exactly.
We've all been through that. Ross on here just said, no energy is dispersed if there's nothing to collapse. And that's not necessarily true, because Indy cars are literally made to come apart to absorb that energy.
Exactly.
So
Dan Weldon's crash, from what I've talked to several people who were there, media people, and the problem was there was just, the impact was so violent, and it was such a dead hit at the wrong time, at the wrong spot, that there was not enough crush room to sustain it. And you know, and it basically, you know, it was one of those 1 in a million situations that happened, and you have to look at it from that perspective. You can't overreact, you can't underreact. You have to do it from a very logical standpoint, scientific standpoint, actually. But you know, emotions do get involved.
Now, question: ideas, remove aerodynamics.
Sure.
Slow them down that way. Make it a real racer's race.
Well, that race was going to be a racer's race. You could tell from the drop of the green flag that wasn't going to be a 2-car breakaway. That was going to be a racer's race.
But no.
If you slow them down, are you going to take that out of it?
I think you take the aerodynamics away from them, and they have to let off the gas pedal, and they have to drive them. You know, so it's kind of like doing a non-wing sprint car deal, where you really have to get in there and finesse the cars, and you have to let off the gas, and you have to manage to brake, and you have to come back and put it back in the driver's hand instead of an aerodynamic, scientific standpoint.
Or you sit there and just keep your gas pedal
there's
all
ways
the
of
way
looking
down.
at this.
I like the way Darrell Waltrip thinks about it. Give them all the blade they want. Give them as much downforce as you want. You're gonna glue them so hard to the track that it's gonna slow them down.
Sure. Well, that's another way of looking at it.
You
exactly.
know, and I agree with that.
But the thing is,
stand them wings all the way up and just make them drive them into the ground.
But the thing is that teams are still going to look for some way to increase the speed, utilizing that to some form, shape, or another.
Right.
I mean, look
one
at
of the things
and they ain't going to go flying either.
One of the things that the Formula One teams have done, obviously, if you look at the Formula One cars over the last 20 years, you know, they increased the downforce on them and made them faster and faster and faster. Well, today they're faster than ever, but they have a lot less downforce on the cars. They made the tires smaller. They took wing away from them. They've figured out a lot of other different areas to work within the chassis to get downforce. But they are less stuck to the track than they've ever been. They're running faster down the straightaway, but they're not running as fast through the corners.
Exactly.
So I think it's one of those situations. You go and look at Daytona and Indy. They were running 230 miles per hour down the straightaway at Indy 30 years ago.
Yep.
But they were only averaging 215 because they had to get off the accelerator.
They had to get off the gas to get through
down the corners. And they were slipping and sliding. They were still racing like crazy. And you go and look at Kel Yarborough and Pearson and those guys back in the day, even in the late 60s, they were running 220 miles per hour down the straightaway at Daytona. I mean, they were just booking. They were running 427 cubic inches in those crazy things.
Yeah.
But they were so out of control by the time they got to the corner.
They had to let off.
They were broad sliding at Daytona.
Yeah.
So, I think there's a lot of different rules of thumb how you look at this, and the bottom line, you know, what's the best solution? Comes down to that.
I mean, you know, you're talking about trying to put more and more downforce to keep them down. Still, they're going to hit something that's going to be able to launch them up. And once they get air underneath, they go in at really fast speeds. It's like an airplane wing. You're going to go up.
You're going to go up.
And if you start hitting 250 miles an hour and get shot up, you're going to clear that catch fence.
It's true. It's true. I was in the grandstands at Talladega when Allison had his big moment in '86.
That was horrendous.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Well, that's what really brought in these new catch fences, and
right.
make them stronger and
right.
more durable. And Keselowski about went through it. Was it Brad that about went through it last year?
Brad and Carl both.
And Carl, yeah, they both about went through it. So
I mean, you had pieces come off the cars and make it to the fence, hit people.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's going to happen.
So we come back to that whole pitch. Safety involves everybody, spectators, racers, et cetera, et cetera. So how do we have to look at those kind of things. One thing about auto racing, though, it is fun, so people are going to not stop having fun doing this.
What do you think, Derrick?
As far as having fun doing it?
I mean, all the stuff we've just been talking about, what's your feeling on what you've heard so far?
As far as making an open wheel car safer, really you're going to put fenders on it and a roof, and it's going to look like a stock car.
It's true.
I mean, it goes just like, and that happens in all types of open wheel cars, whether it be a sprint car or midget or, Shane Mills' incident last year, for example.
Exactly.
And that didn't even involve a catch fence.
No, that was just a head hit.
That was a head hit. That was like Brad Doty.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're dating. We're
telling
aging
how old we are, which is really
aging ourselves.
We really don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, no,
Who was that? I don't remember that far back. Jeez.
We're not over the hill, but we're.
I have said, we're talking about Brad Doty, and everybody's like, "Who's he?"
I know.
Never mind.
Never mind. Never mind.
Go Google it.
Macy, you've been on your head before, haven't you? In the arena car, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not fun, is it?
No. Well.
But it's okay, huh?
Actually, I haven't.
You flipped somebody else over.
Yeah, I flipped somebody else
Oh, you
over.
flipped somebody else over.
So you tipped somebody else
How much
over.
your shirt said that you had made?
Yeah, on the front it said 33 Macy Causey and it's black and gray tie-dye, and on the back it said, "You just got flipped by a girl."
I like that. Hey, can we copyright that and use it?
Who'd you flip?
Already done.
Already done.
Who flipped
I like
you?
that.
Or who'd you flip?
I flipped a few people. I flipped.
Oh no! Wait a second. Now it's not just one person.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
you're
Go ahead. Come on.
Starting the list
Okay.
of people that are going to get Macy Causey in the future. That's like you asked Matt. He has a list of people that if he ever got back
Sure
into
do.
racing, who he would get to try to take him out.
Right.
Same with any race car
No, I
driver.
wouldn't try to take them out. It wouldn't be.
It would be a payback in some form.
If the opportunity arose, yes, then I would say it's payback.
So who was it you've gotten flipped on their lid?
Number 27, Cullen Roberts. I think it was number 5, Patrick Groff.
She knows exactly who they are.
Gummy, which is number 24. Tommy Jackson, the 8. Believe I no.
Didn't you? I think you flipped.
Yeah.
That's a big
in the
list.
division
That's a
you
big
haven't
list.
flipped.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, 1. I haven't flipped.
1.
Connor,
Yeah.
Is he on your list next?
you might as well make it a perfect score.
Right. That's
Was he on
right.
your list?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I just got to say this.
You-
Don't
you
you worry
owe
about
him
it,
one?
honey. We got you back on this, so don't
Do you owe
worry.
him one?
Actually, probably not.
No.
No.
Okay. I'm just asking. You know,
She's
you
a-
got that list
She's
that,
a
that you need to
true
keep.
racer. I love this about her.
I owe him. It might not
I
happen this
owe
year.
him.
Might not happen next year, but it'll happen. And when you do it, you got to go. Now we're even.
Now we're even. That's right. You got it. I always carried. I've always thought that when I got upside down, it was a badge of honor.
Sure.
It gave me cachet because it made me brave.
We could sit here. Terry and I could sit here and tell you the upside down stories all
yeah.
night,
It's okay.
but we won't.
It's all right.
Not right now. Derrick, have you ever been on your roof?
Honestly, no. Not even in a go-kart.
Oh my Lord.
Now that's amazing.
Well, we don't want to spoil your train, but days are coming.
Most of the times in racing, and Red will attest to this, and I know Terry will too. It's not if, it's when.
When.
Yeah.
It's when.
It's when.
And it's
Especially
okay.
So far in front of that he can't catch you.
That's right.
I've
That's
seen
right.
leaders do it though. I've seen leaders do it.
I've been lapping people and they got me. So, exactly.
I must be the only lucky one. I got out before it happened.
Well, Raj, I don't know. The way you drive on the street, it may happen before it's over with.
Well, actually, I have rolled a van in the street on the interstate.
Not surprised.
Oh, man.
But I do have defense. It was not my fault.
Okay.
Somebody crossed 3 lanes of traffic. I had no place to go.
Did you make that call?
I texted. I called and went straight to voicemail.
Cool.
Okay.
So
So we don't know.
we don't know. If they don't get here by 8 o'clock, we aren't going to worry about it.
And they got about 10 more minutes.
Exactly.
And I think we'll finish up. Derek, we're going to let you go here. You've been with us for now 45, or a half hour, actually.
Right. Right.
And I know you're in Indiana. Give us a rundown again, and we'll get you out of here.
All right.
Did he
All
fall
right.
asleep?
All right.
All right. Sorry we
Still
bored
there?
you there.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't mean to bore you.
No, it's all right. I'm just listening to all the history you guys have to say and talk about.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't seen nothing. You need to go on the YouTube, on the where all the old shows are, and look for the ones that run like 3 hours long.
Oh.
We have shows that run at least 3 hours long. Those are the ones when we get some of the older guys that have been around for a long time in racing.
I know a lot.
And you want to talk about doing some laps of
You going to go to dinner with us?
BSing and everything.
Right.
You will see it.
After
You will
this?
hear it.
Pizza.
We're going to go to dinner?
Ask him.
Yeah.
Up to you.
You want to go?
So do you want to go eat?
Anyway,
Wanna go?
Derek, you know, you
They're sitting here talking pizza
Right.
in the background.
That's right.
We'll go bench racing.
We'll go
Yeah.
bench racing.
All right.
Well, Derek, it's been great having you on, and we're just so pulling for you. We want you to get up there and kick butt and take names and win some championships and make your way on into Sprint Cup. And so keep us abreast of what's going on with you.
All right. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
And we'll
All
get you
right,
back
man,
on any other time
Exactly.
you want to get on here, too.
Exactly.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. Have a
Take
good
care.
night.
Ciao, Bella. Cool.
I got him trained. He
Absolutely.
can push a button. You like
Just
that?
learned how to do that.
You just
What?
learned.
Macy,
Click
he's
end?
been on
hand.
here for 2 years, and he finally learned how to push the button.
I
What?
can make it do some really weird
Let me
things.
guess.
You
It's
just shut the speaker off.
yeah, and then it goes back to non-speaker.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hangs it up.
Yay. Cool.
Yay.
I'm just learning how to use Facebook. You can teach me, right?
She probably got us covered.
Do you,
on
you
the
play
whole
all the
social
games on
media
there and all that?
I don't think I play games. I think I just chat with people.
Are you going
Chat
to
with
be
people.
racing in the AIK 100?
She's too young. She can't.
Is she too young?
Oh, do we have an age limit?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You can't run there under 16.
Oh, really?
She can run dirt, though.
But she can come hang out with us.
She can run dirt though.
You
Yeah.
can come
And
hang out
I
with
think
us.
that's a great deal.
Right.
I really do. I'm very
Yeah.
supportive of that.
Yeah.
I think it's a great deal. It'll teach you a lot more car control.
It sure will. You should. It'll be the best thing you've done. Absolutely.
What's your favorite moment in racing? What accomplishment have you done that sticks out in your mind?
I think there's two. One, the first race I've ever won, and the first championship I won.
Okay.
Which was, let's talk about that. The first race you won was
I think it was in Bandoleros in like 2008, 2009.
2009.
Yeah, and then my first championship win was this year. Well, last year, this year.
2011.
2011. Yeah.
So and you got the was it state or is it national championship?
She won the Winter Nationals in Orlando.
She won the Winter Nationals.
Winter Nationals.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
She won a season championship at Langley.
And won the season championship at Langley,
Great.
which is very historical.
Absolutely.
You can win a championship at Langley, you've done something.
That's right.
Yeah,
best-
ask your dad. It's a big deal to win one out
It
there.
is. It's the
It
best
really
of the
is.
best.
She was
Right
the
there.
youngest female to win a championship on Saturday night, the Saturday night program ever.
Yep.
Wow.
Beat Nana.
Ooh, hot dog.
Cool. Well, I want to know something. Is it racing, and all racing, or what's the other things you like to do?
Well, I played softball a little, but I broke my wrist during that on my Heelys, and so I ended up not doing that anymore. And then I do bowling on the league on Saturday nights.
What's your average?
and my average is like a 130, 125. And the highest score I've ever bowled in was like a 180. That was about 2 times, and yeah.
Awesome stuff. Awesome
Become
stuff.
an all-around athlete.
Right.
You never know what you can do.
That's right.
Do you want to do any school sports? I mean, do you still want to do it? You said you hurt your wrist, you broke your wrist, so softball's kind of out of it. But are you looking this winter to do? Are you going to be a cheerleader or maybe?
I don't know. Sydney's got me into basketball now, so I think I want to get into basketball. So
It's not a bad thing.
And
I love basketball.
And then my sister's friend does Taylor. She does basketball, and I think I've watched one of her games, and I think I want to play basketball next year or this year.
No boys, though, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to be, no boys.
She's already got a little thingy with Butterbeanie.
Did you got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Brendan.
You do?
Yeah.
Brendan?
Brendan Queen.
Okay.
Brendan Queen.
That's what we're going to start calling him, is Brendan Queen. Right?
He's a little bit older than you, aren't you? Isn't he? How old is he?
He's 13, I think.
He's 13.
13. Ooh.
Whoa, you're dating an older guy. Oh, my goodness. Dad?
For 9 months.
For 9 months?
For 9 months.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
I got you.
It's been 9 months
Okay.
and 2 weeks. And 3 days.
2 weeks, 3 days.
Sam, that is totally, only girls will
18
get that
days,
way.
right?
Totally.
No, 2 weeks, 3 days. Yeah, 18 days.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
2 weeks, 3 days is 17.
Wait, I'm confused.
14.
2 weeks.
It is 17. Yeah, 4 days.
That's why I do the math around here, okay?
Well, good for you.
Now you got her thinking again.
See, I think you may be too much to handle for Brendan. I think you may just be way above his pay grade. What do you think?
I don't know.
Did you tell him you were going to be on the show?
Uh-huh.
Just ask her what a pay grade is.
How much money does he make? Does he have a job?
No.
No.
Did you tell him you were going to be on the show tonight?
I think my mom told him. Because
Well,
I was...
It's your boyfriend.
Where's
You're
your mom
supposed to
anyway?
tell him.
Hey, Brandon, if you're watching, you need to text us in here and get a little conversation going on. Big shot.
Where's your
Mr.
mom?
Legend Champ.
She's at home.
She's at home?
Yeah.
Is she?
I think she's
Yeah.
watching right now on that thing.
On that
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
right there.
Exactly.
You know what we need to do? Let's get you and your mom and your grandma down here one night. I would love to do that. Do
Oh,
you
that
think
would be-
they would all go for
That
it?
would be awesome to do.
I would love to do that.
That's right. Girls' night out at Let's Talk Racing. What do you think?
Think we could get them on? I've talked to your mom on we've had her on a phone interview.
Right.
But I would love to get her down here. Think we can hook that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
She just might be an hour late. Because she has to wear her hair and everything.
Let's just get started an hour early.
Right. I do know about that. Absolutely.
yeah.
No problem. It's all
That's when
right.
you go get her about 5 o'clock.
Right.
And say, come on, we
But
gotta
then
go, we gotta
she'll,
go. But
then
then
she'll
she'll
say,
get all ready.
oh, I have to finish my show.
You have to
And then
finish
she has
the
to
show?
finish her show, and then she'll do it.
Okay.
Watching her show.
But in this case,
Yeah.
she'll
Right.
get moving. Hopefully.
Cool.
Hopefully.
What's her Wednesday night show she likes to watch?
Wednesday night?
Because that's what tonight is.
Survivor, I think.
Oh, that's
And,
not till later, so.
Right.
well, 8 o'clock. 2.5 million, yeah. And then The Big Bang Theory.
TiVo.
Are you still iRacing?
Yeah.
How's that been going? Have you been racing anybody
Besides Brendan, no.
besides Brendan?
Only Brendan.
Only
You
Brendan.
spend a lot of time on that?
And sometimes I get
Mhm.
out of school at like 4, and then I get home around 4 and do my homework, and then sometimes I have a workout session at 4:30. That's on like Mondays and Thursdays, so I have to do all that, and then I'll get home and whatever spare time I have, I'll hang out with my friends and do that, and then play with my dogs.
Play with the dogs. How many dogs you got?
3.
3?
What kind of dogs are they?
I got 2 boxers and a Shih Tzu.
Okay. That's
She said it right.
I like
Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu.
That's awesome.
As long as you're saying the name of the dog, you're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's their names?
The 2 boxers are mother and son, and the son is Crank and the mom is Shelby, and then the Shih Tzu is Princess.
Okay.
You need a bloodhound.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well,
So
good for you.
so not much time for iRacing, but do you think that helps your racing when you go do it?
I think it does.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Teaches you a
I
little
do
bit
too.
about driving and all that.
Precision.
You're going to be getting into the Langley one when they get it on there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have you been going? Do they have dirt on iRacing?
No.
No. Yeah.
Tony Stewart's Road to Knoxville. Go get that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. I'm still trying to win a championship on that. I'm working on it. I got the biggest modified I can get. I got the biggest midget I can get. The sprint car, I'm about halfway there. So, but the midget will help you.
Yeah.
So you'll be like,
You'll be slipping and sliding right there.
all right, they're 8:01. They're not showing up. I'm hungry. Macy, thank you for a wonderful time. You did an excellent job tonight.
Thank you.
And I hope you'll come back and join us again.
Hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah, we love you to death.
I'm still waiting on my T-shirt.
Yeah.
Whose fault is that?
Dad's. No, my mom's.
Your mom's?
My mom's.
I'll get with you.
All right. Right.
All right, we'd like to thank everybody for coming and watching Let's Talk Racing tonight with Matt, Macy, and Terry, and myself, Roger. Everybody have a good, safe week. Enjoy this weekend's racing if you're having it in your area. And we'll see you next week. See ya!
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go.
I'm Sam Hunt, driving 42 car on the thing. Let's talk racing.
Hey guys, I'm Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bain, and thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing.
Hi, I'm Robert Richardson Jr., driver of the number 23 Dodge Challenger for R3 Motorsports in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, and you're watching Let's Talk Racing.
I'm Timothy Peter, driver of the number 17 Toyota in the NASCAR Camp World Truck Series, and you're listening to Let's Talk Racing.
Let's Talk Racing is brought to you by PC Doctors, Computer Sales and Services. This doctor still makes house calls. And also Hampton Incredible Tees and Signs, both located at 1248 North King Street in Hampton, Virginia.